Hey, what is up, guys? QuazyMan4268 here. Been a while since I've actually done a in-depth video on gaming news or just a video in general. I've been really slacking on that. But today was a kind of important day because today was E3 2017, or as of right now, it was last night. I'm recording this at 1 in the morning. But I'm going to be talking about some things at the Xbox press conference. Tomorrow I will do my thoughts on PlayStation, and we'll see how that goes. But right out the gate, they started showing off basically games and how they used to run, the resolutions and stuff, and obviously they're bragging about 4K, which if you're a company and you have something that will be the most powerful, obviously, you're going to do that. So they come out and they basically show us Xbox Scorpio, which looks similar to the dev kits, but also different because the dev kits are white and boxed completely, whereas this one kind of reminds me of the PS3, where it is hunched over on a side. But overall, I am pleased with the final look. I would have put the disk drive in another place, but what are you gonna do? So anyway, uh, they talked about the power for a little bit, and this is the most powerful console ever. And I know a lot of fanboys are gonna be like, they're gonna be backtracking on the PlayStation, saying, well, you know, graphics and power aren't everything. And that's true, they aren't everything to a point. But when it comes to competition, and somebody has the better console, who do you think they're gonna go with? Because power is a huge part of the competition, and so is the price. And they didn't reveal the price until the end of the show, and everybody was thinking that when this was announced it was going to cost like $1,000, and I'm like, no, there's no way they would do that. I think at max the price would be 550 or 500, and my guess was pretty good because it's going to be $500, the same price as the original Xbox One at launch. And they did drop $50 on the Xbox One S. And the good thing is that if you're not looking for all these fancy graphics, nobody gets left behind. Every game that comes out on Scorpio will work on the Xbox One or the Xbox One S, which they're basically the same console. Anyway, so that's good, obviously. And yeah, I'm hoping PlayStation will have a good E3 conference, because so far Xbox pretty much destroyed it for me. The only problem I had was they have a bunch of Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusives. I get why they do that. They have the Play Anywhere program, and they have to do stuff for PC. And a lot of people are going to say, why don't I just get a PC instead of an Xbox One X? Well, you can do that, but you're still buying it on the Microsoft platform. So either way, you're forking over money to Microsoft. So yeah. All right. So let's talk about the thing they were doing with the exclusives, and that is Xbox One console launch exclusive. Now, that sounds to me like at launch it'll be an exclusive, but later on down the line it will come over to the PlayStation 4 and whatever other console. I'm pretty sure the Switch isn't going to have a whole lot of other games because of, hardware limitations, but I don't know. We'll see. So we started off with a game that I was not expecting, and my friend really loves this game, or the series at least. And the game is called Metro Exodus, I believe. Now, the fact that they opened with this absolutely blew my friend's mind away. It was like, really? They're going to open with this? And that's a good thing, because Metro, from what I've heard, is a really good series, and it looks like they're changing things up. And yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. The next game they opened up with was Assassin's Creed Origins. Now, I've been waiting on a new Assassin's Creed game, something fresh, for ever since Syndicate. Syndicate was a good game, but Syndicate was basically a working Assassin's Creed Unity. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I want something fresh. So they took a break. They the only thing they really did was release the Ezio collection and came out with the movie last year, which gave them time to really refine Assassin's Creed, and they decided to go back to ancient Egypt, which takes place in 50,000 BC, I think. And the graphics look great, the mechanics look completely refined, but I've never gotten my hands on it, so I can't judge it completely yet, but from what I saw, good on them for taking a year and getting their stuff back together. What I do hope, again, I've said this in other videos, is that the protagonist sticks around for a few games, we get to love him, and I hope that the story is good, kind of like Ezio. So we'll see what happens, and since it's the Origins, I'm sure he could stick around for a little while. So anyway, that was Assassin's Creed Origins. That's a game I was hyped for, and the fact that they opened up with 2 games that we had no clue about, that just was awesome. And the next game, or not the next game, but one of the later games they revealed was Sea of Thieves, and Sea of Thieves was actually revealed, I think, last year at E3, but they showed off a little more gameplay, and they had a pretty cool narrator, which was cool, and the gameplay looked fantastic. The look and feel of the game, it felt fun. It felt like an experience that, you really just want to hang around and play with your friends and just, have fun. However, the fact that they had a legendary chest crate, it makes me wonder, are there microtransactions?
Nice transition, by the way.
So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, and I hope that there are not a lot of microtransactions. So the next big bombshell that was dropped was original Xbox backwards compatibility, and I kind of jumped up and shouted yes when this happened, because I honestly did not think this would happen, and the fact that it is amazing, because I know people, or I know a person, my father, who despises the Xbox One because it doesn't have complete backwards compatibility, and now it does, so he can quit whining. So, yeah, I'm very interested to see how this will work, because 360 backwards compatibility uses the 360 game servers, original 360 servers, and you can still party chat and play with your friends on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One, which is cool. However, how is that going to work with the original Xbox? Because those servers were shut down back in 2010, and everybody has been using a different type of online method like Xlink Kai or Xbox Connect, which is a really cool method, which I recommend you research that and check it out. So I'm very curious to see how that will work, whether it'll be like brand new backwards compatibility, or if it will just be 360 backwards compatibility. And by 360 backwards compatibility, I mean on the original Xbox 360, there was a list of games that you could play on a list of original Xbox games that you could play on the console, but it was a limited list. All the important games were there, so I'm wondering if that's just how that's going to work. But yeah, I want to hear more on this, and I want to know if it'll be part of the preview program or whatever it's called. So overall, I thought this was pretty good. I'm excited to see what Sony will do, even though I'm pretty sure the only thing that they're going to be able to hang on to is the games, because they did, Xbox did released a brand new console, or showed off a brand new console, and they announced more backwards compatibility. And Sony a while back was talking about how it's completely pointless, when clearly it's a one-up on the PlayStation. And PlayStation now is not backwards compatibility. I've said before, they could make it backwards compatibility, but they choose not to. So anyway, we'll see what happens with the PlayStation conference, and I was going to do a video on the Bethesda conference, but if you've seen it, then you know it was pretty much a train wreck. I mean, Wolfenstein 2 looked cool, and the VR stuff looked cool, but other than that, you know, that's about it. So anyway, guys, I hope you like this video, and I hope that you will come back as soon as I do the PlayStation conference review. See you guys later.